Hey, great day to you all. I hope that you guys have all woken up again another day grateful to be alive. Again, another day in this experience. And I hope you guys have had a heart filling weekend. And I hope you guys have really set that high vibe for yourself by telling yourself that you're grateful. Again, I'll remind you guys I'm live on 2 platforms. Okay? So, I gotta open my door though. It always gets warm when I go on live. All right, guys. So, grand rising to y'all. I hope that you all have set that high vibe, like I said before, for your day. Here's just some loving reminders for you all for the week ahead. Guys, be gentle on yourself. No matter what you're living right now, times are changing, things are changing, new is coming. So, I want you guys to, as much as possible, stay in your now all the time. Don't think about what you've already lived. It's already done. You've already lived it. Let it go. Don't let your governing decisions, your belief systems today be affected or be governed by what you have had to live. Today, you wake up as a brand new person. Okay? You're brand new today. Why? Because you experienced yesterday. Leave it to be what it was. If there wasn't anything that made you feel good about it, let it go. Correct it within yourself. Okay? Let it go. Forgive the situation. Forgive yourself for your part in it. Love it all and let it go. Life is for learning. So if you're caught hanging on to your past, if you're caught in past situations, you are not able to handle the now. Okay? Stay in the now and the power of it. Know that you are absolutely amazing. You are. You are a magical being here. You're a creator. You are able to do absolutely everything and anything that your heart desires. Absolutely anything. So guys, I want to remind you guys today also too, I'm on 2 platforms. So who am I? I'm Tobi. You can check me out on all kinds of platforms. I'm out new on TikTok, but I'm here spreading love and awareness, okay? Guys, there's a lot of things happening. A lot of things. But I don't want you to get focused on that stuff. I want you to take your energy and your focus and put it inwardly on you. What are you feeling? And make sure that you are feeling okay within yourself. There's thoughts overriding. There's things happening. You command your body to be okay. Command it to be like that because you are actually in control. I don't want you guys to believe that your body is running the show for you because it's not. You have the power to override anything happening within your body. All right? No matter what it is. And if you maintain a certain vibration for yourself, illness, sickness cannot reside within you. It is absolutely impossible. So what I'd like you to do is love yourself no matter what you're living. Embrace it all for learning. Don't be hard on yourself. You don't shame or blame a child as they're growing and learning. Well, we as adults, we don't stop with our learning. It's a continuous process. You're never going to reach an age where you stop learning and where you stop evolving and growing. So, embrace your learning of it all. So don't shame yourself. Don't blame yourself. Don't guilt yourself. Doesn't matter what you've done up until yesterday, it is gone. You can't get it back. You can't change it. But what you can do is change how you feel about it within yourself internally. Okay? And you have the power to do that by simply telling yourself that you're okay. Yeah. It's as easy as that. Remove the threat. Because the minute we don't feel right, panic sets in. We get scared of it. You don't need to get scared of it. You need to embrace it. And you need to ask yourself, why am I feeling like this? Simple as that. And you have to put your focus on the cause of the effect that you're having. Because hey, it's just how it goes. You have to really internalize things. Take a good look at, instead of what's going on, take a good look at how you're feeling about it all. What are the thoughts you're having about it? What is coming up within your own being? And that has nothing to do with another individual. We give people, places, and situations, scenarios, power over our being by giving it permissions. Okay? By paying our attention to things that just are not empowering. You can't do that to yourself. Well, you can if you choose to, but I highly encourage you not to. Set your week forward with a high vibe, knowing that you can do absolutely anything. That you are absolutely the magician and the author of your story. You can rewrite your life at any given moment by your choice alone. You don't have to stay stuck to anything. Nothing. I encourage you guys all. Look, we're living in a dark time. We really are. People are not feeling the greatest about themselves. People are not feeling the greatest about their life. People aren't feeling the greatest about what's going on in the world. Well, be that person that's okay within it all. To be that person for everybody else. Okay? And that's how I see myself. I have to maintain being okay for all the other ones that just aren't okay. And the encouragement and the inspiration, because things are changing and they're changing fast. And that's because of the energetic influence that is being forced on us. So you can deny it all you want, and you can avoid it all you want by your own choice, but it doesn't deny that it's going to happen anyway. It's happening. Come on. So let's get real. There's a lot of things that, hey, Josh, nice to see you out here. I love that you say mentor. Makes me feel good, and I'm glad that I've been able to help you. I really, I'm glad. I'm glad. Yeah, guys, I'm going to remind you, I'm on 2 platforms. So I welcome everybody over here. I say hi to everybody here, but there was somebody that was saying hi to me on another platform, so I was addressing them. So guys, honestly, who am I? Well, I'm simply Tobi, okay? I've written books. I've written 9 books for change, for humanity right now, for empowerment, and for assisting other humans to understand who they are, okay? Self-improvement is key all the time. We got to take that on ourselves. It's not because it's being forced on us, but if you want things to go smooth in your life, you got to be smooth within your own being. I'm going to remind you guys again today, as above, so below. And we get it twisted by thinking, oh, as above, so below. No, it is as above, so below. Hey, JJ, hey. Nice to see you out here. Thanks for saying hey. Hey, right back to you. Loads of love for an amazing week. Yeah, high vibe. Oh, it's Josh again. Hey, there we go. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. That's really cool. Okay, guys, look, I had some questions asked to me. One of the questions was, Tobi, how come we get stuck not wanting to let go of our past? Well, because you're scared of not having meaning in your future. That's exactly what it is. We hang on to things because we're fearful of not feeling anything at all. We're fearful of feeling empty. We're fearful of not knowing how we're going to feel. But it's okay not to know. It really is okay not to know. Actually, that's the best place to be, because when you're coming from a place of you think you know about what's going to happen in the future, you're judging it already before it even happens. From old belief systems. You can't do that, because then you're governing every experience ahead of you from what you've already lived. So there's a total contradiction there, because you haven't yet lived it. So if you haven't yet lived it, well, then you cannot judge the experience based on a past experience. Okay? You can't do that. You have to judge everything coming at you from who you are today. I want you guys to understand too, who you are today is not who you were when you lived these things. No matter what it is. Okay? That's facts. Who you were then, when you lived whatever you had to live, is no longer who you are today. There's no possible way of that. So you're a brand new person today. So the question was, why do we hang on to our past so excessively? Well, because you're scared of not feeling anything at all. And that's why. And that's exactly why when we get up in the morning, we search for things in our life to give it meaning instead of just being. You see, this is the thing. When you wake up in the morning and you open your eyes initially, you don't feel anything. Nothing. Then what happens? Because we don't feel anything, well, then we start to look for things in our day to fill it with meaning. So some people will, in such a big routine of it, they wake up and they search for the pain in their body, and then they find it. Well, then finding it, or they've actually created it by believing they're supposed to feel pain. Okay? So then they create that for themselves. And then they focus on it. So then they amplify it. Because where you put your energy is where you're putting your power, right? Wherever your focus is. So don't be that person that searches for something to continue that is not there. That you're actually creating for yourself. Because that is facts. Then look, we wake up. We're not in a state of stress when we wake up. But we sure as hell like to create it for ourselves by our thoughts and how we think about things and how we have our day packed with meaningless stuff that has us running to and fro with no real substance in it, no real meaning in it. And all it does is wear us out completely. You know, I hope you guys realize that we're built in a system, we're operating in a system that has us running all the time. You're not supposed to be running all the time. No, that's not the meaning of life. Where is the enjoyment of life if you're constantly running for it? Or running within your life? There is none. How do you have time to appreciate anything if you're constantly running to and fro? Josh, do me a favor while you're out there. Tap that screen. Get me some likes. Share the video, because you're out here on TikTok too. Let's fire this up. Fire this up. Yeah. So guys, just some loving reminders. You know what? If you believe your week is going to be full of shit, it will be. Because you are manifesting everything you believe it to be. So if you today make a conscious decision that your week is going to be full of love, well, then it will be. If you decide today consciously that your week is going to be something that you're going to enjoy and you're going to accomplish many things, you will. But if you're sitting back today going, oh man, this week is just going to be, oh man, well, that's what you're going to create because you've already put the energy into believing that. So, watch where you're putting your energy because you are creating your own suffering in many cases just by what you think and by what you're telling yourself. So don't do that to yourself. Just don't do that to yourself. You're actually causing self-harm when you're doing these things. And you're causing self-harm when you're literally throwing yourself out of balance. It's not fair to do to you, and it's not fair to do to anything or anybody around you. And while you're doing that, you're definitely not showing up as the best version of yourself humanly possible. You're just not. So if you want to get the most out of your experience, you have to show up as the best person for yourself possible. Because if you're showing up as, not the best version of yourself, well, you're not getting the best experience out of it. It's as simple as that. So, guys, I encourage you all today to set that vibe. Set the vibe and your intention for your week. Set it. That you are amazing. That you're magnificent. You are a magician in your life. You can have absolutely anything that you want for yourself. No matter what it is. There are no limits. There are no limits to the infinite possibilities that you have at your disposal to make anything happen, whether it's for yourself, a circumstance, a situation, or your life in totality. It is all on you by simple choices. Simple choices. So, a whole bunch of love and reminders today. Simple choices. And, we sit there and we brain fuck ourselves by saying, oh, no, okay, well, in our train of thoughts and in our... No. I want you guys to be reminded today where these thoughts come from automatically are the embedded belief systems about who you think you are, what you think your life is supposed to be, who the people in your life are. Come on. I encourage you all to start that over, recreate whatever it is that makes you feel good, especially if it's been something that you haven't enjoyed. Guys, set your high vibe for the week. Set your high vibe for the week. And don't let anything pull you down from that high vibe. Okay? Because, look, work should not be work. Work for you should be something that you're passionate about. And nothing but. And you should find your ways with something you're passionate about. Not something that you have to do. Ever. And this is the total opposition of what we are supposed to be living. Harnessing ourselves to these enduring times, these enduring belief systems, these enduring self-inflicted pain and guilt and shame and all of the rest of the stuff. You can't do that. No. You got to empower yourself. And you know what? You don't need another person to be telling you this stuff. You can be telling yourself this. And it sounds crazy, but I had to do the same. I had to do it. I had to rewrite my belief systems. I had to rewrite my thinking patterns. I had to put my focus on what I was thinking, what I was saying, what I was doing, what my actions were in the world, everything. Everything. On top of beating death 7 times, okay? But hey, look, everything is possible for anybody human. Anybody, listen, anything and everybody. Everything is a part of you, no matter whether it's what they like to label good or bad or evil and good or whatever the case. We are all one. Darkness and light, all one. Everything is one. There's no separation. It's all unity. We're all a part of the same experience. Every single bit of it. There's no exceptions, no exemptions to the rule. So, I really, really, really want you guys to set that high vibe for yourselves. And don't let anything pull you down. No matter what it is. Because, yeah, okay, you may have had a hard experience in your life. But that's fine. It's over. It doesn't exist anymore. So if you think of today, right now, today, at this immediate moment, are you okay? No matter what you're living, are you okay? Yeah. If you put your focus right now on the now, of course you're okay. Now, the problem that arises is when we're governing our todays from our yesterdays that have no relevance because they no longer exist. And then where the stress comes into the now is if you're focusing on what's to come, which has not even yet arrived. It's not doing you any good. Live in the now, where you know you're a fresh, brand new creative being that have all the power and the possibility and the energy that fuels your experience to manifest anything. Anything that you want. Okay? And that's facts. You can make anything happen. Anything. If I can resurrect my body from death, anything is possible. Anything. So, knowing that, and being an alchemist of energy for 30 years the way I have been, I'm a light worker, and I'm an empath, and I'm also guided by Metatron. So this is Turning Hell into Heaven, my first book. This is my second one. No, that's my third one. Here's my second one. Your best you, choice is yours. Metatron stamp. No fluff, no frills, only facts. Third book, Wise Up to Rise Up. Again, stamped with Metatron stamp. Okay? That's what guides and fuels me for this exact awareness to come out here and pump knowledge out to everybody. In attempts to wake you all up to the power that you have within your own being. Stop allowing your energy to be harvested by everything and everybody around you and the matrix itself. Stop. Rise up out of it. Rise up out of it. You have the power to make everything and anything happen. No matter what. So, don't allow yourself to be governed and swayed and fueled. Manifest. Yes, guess what? Everything. Guess what? Every thought that we have, every idea, every thought that we have, we manifest it. This is why I try to get people aware of what they're thinking and what they're doing and what they're saying, because they're so blinded to the fact they are manifesting it immediately. And then they don't understand why their life is hard, or why they're in situations, or why they're in circumstances, or why they just can't get it together, because they're manifesting it by thought alone. That's a universal law. Yeah, universal law. So it is very important for people to know that their thoughts are manifesting their realities, and that anything outside that they see as their reality is actually what they're feeling inside. And this is why you can't hide things from your own being and lie to yourself and make excuses for yourself. You can't do that, because while you're doing that, you're manifesting that too. That's your life force energy going into these things. How does it not manifest? If you think that you could create with your hands, well, how are you not manifesting with the force of life that's giving you life? That is your power to make everything possible. So everything and anything that you are allowing in your thoughts, you are manifesting. You don't even have to speak it. So that's why it's really important to watch thoughts you're having and correct them. If you're having wrong thoughts, you need to catch that and correct it. Rewrite it. Because these thoughts are about even yourself, are coming from belief systems that have been put there by other people. So you need to start creating your own belief systems for your own being. So you can manifest what you want and not manifest what you've been made to believe. This is the big key. It's huge. It's huge. It's huge. You know, our belief systems from our whole life, whether if they're not corrected, you guys are governing your life on that. And you can't do that to yourself. Well, you can, but who would want to? When you know better, you do better, even for yourself. So it's all about self-accountability and what you're accepting for yourself as a human individual here, powered by the totality of the universe. for your experience, which you can make everything and anything happen with. So, being self-accountable for that energy, what are you doing with it? Are you creating illness and disease within your body? Because you can easily manifest that by thought alone. Are you healing yourself by thought alone? Check that stuff today. Check what you're thinking. Check what you're saying and check what you're doing, because you are manifesting that right now with so much energetic influence behind that, more than we've ever felt on the planet. This is increased. Huge. Energies are not playing. So it's time for the human who is fueled by these energies to stop playing around with their own beings too. And that's facts. So, more so now than ever, it's really important, especially with the magnification of the energies that are influencing us all, to realize that we are all one. There is no division. Energetically, we are all one. We are energy beings first, primarily. So everything after that is man-made. So you got to get right with that. Now, what are you doing with your energy of your being? Are you pumping it into negative thinking and negative ways? Because if you are, you're manifesting that. Every thought that gets pumped out on a vibration, you are manifesting it. You cannot think a thought and you have not put it out into the energy. It's impossible. So, in order to really realize what you have created for your own suffering and to correct it, you must look at the thoughts that you have been pumping out automatically from your belief systems. Then that's the start of it, because when you recognize these thoughts that are no good, you're going to wonder why you have those thoughts, and you're going to go a little deeper. Well, underneath those thoughts that are happening automatically, you're going to find a belief system that is producing those thoughts. Well, you must correct that. Majority of the time, what are these belief systems? Well, we believe that we're not valid individuals. We believe that our feelings don't matter. We believe that we're just supposed to get over things in life, and that's not right. So, also, we're made to believe that we're not worth it. Well, nobody on the planet is less of a human being than another. We're all the same. The only thing that separates us is our choices and our free wills. So, it's what one chooses for themselves versus what another chooses for themselves. And because we have all a unique energy on the planet, not one can be duplicated. There is not another me on the planet. Just like there's not another you on the planet. Just like there's not another whatever on the planet. Okay? Everything is unique in energy signature. And that's just the way it is. Well, we're having a shift in humanity. Why? Because there's just an imbalance of the dark and the light. Well, let's get it balanced back out. Okay? Because there's a great balance within everything anyway. So it's not like it won't ever exist, but there's not enough love going on in this planet. So let's just create as much love and put it out there as possible. Why not? Why? Because you're sitting there not loving yourself, and you're not loving your experience, and you're not loving the people around you, and you're not loving anything about it, because you're just in a shit pot, stirring that shit pot, licking the spoon. Well, guess what? Don't do that to yourself. You're better than that. And you're worth more than that. And you're worth more than anybody could have ever told you you were. And you are way more than anybody could have ever made you believe in your life anyway. Well, how different would it be if somebody told you when you incarnated in here saying, hey, you're everything and anything ever created, and you can make this experience whatever it is you want to be? How different would it be? It would be extremely different. How different would it be if we were told, you're an energetic being in a costume for the experience? Hey, it would be very different. Very, very different. Well, let's make it different. Because now that we know what we are and what this experience is truly, wow, it's time to fix it. Because if we can create by thought alone, well, then we should all be thinking about the fuel that's fueling us and making everything happen for ourselves. Wow. I personally refuse to be enslaved by anything. Nothing will energy harvest off of me unless I give it permission, like now, to pump my energy of love out to the world. There's no system going to feed off of me. No. It's not the way it should be. So I can't conform and I can't comply, and no, I can't be submissive to it. I never have in any of my experience. That's why I got so much flack about coming doing the video about universal laws and how I don't abide by man-made laws. Listen, I don't abide by man-made laws because according to that law and man-made beliefs, I'd be dead already. So I don't believe it. I don't. I'm alive because of the fuel and the energy that powered me to do so for this great change. And it sent me back to earth many times going, nah, I can't let you leave your experience. You've got shit to do for me down there, so go do it. Well, okay, so I'm here doing it. I don't need frills, and I don't need nails, and I don't need makeup, and I don't need this huge hair that is just lustful for men to look at. No, I don't need any of that to do what I'm doing here in this world. And I'm very sure of that. And having all of that, whatever the gleam and glam and all of these millions and millions of followers and all of this stuff that does, listen, it doesn't do anything for me. Fortune and Plain, hello. Good evening. Well, for here it's morning. I don't know where you are, but I'm in the morning over here in Canada. Blessings. Loads of love to you. Loads of love to you. You know what? I'm not accepting invites only because every time I have, people have come on and really not expressed very kind things. And I'm out here to spread love and light. And there's a lot that's going to come at me to stop that. And I just can't stop that. I got to allow the flow to happen. You know, like I don't have a script. I don't come out here and edit my videos. I come out here live, say it like it is. I talk from the heart because that's the space I stay in by choice. You see this three brains within our being, they have a job to do, eh? They have a job to do. And that's not to be for you to be playing in your own thoughts. No. It has operating systems to deal with in your body. It's got a central nervous system, a sympathetic nervous system. There's all kinds of stuff. I heard you say you cut your hair because you don't. I heard you say you cut your hair because you don't want men to lust after you. No, what I said is I don't need the flowing mane for men to be lusting after me. That's what I said. Actually, I cut my hair to get a fresh start, fresh growth. That's why I cut it, but it's not the first time that I've cut it. I actually donated, I actually, okay, that's cool though. Thanks. The first time I shaved my head was to donate it to cancer. Yeah, I donated my hair because I had a young individual in my life that was close to me, 7 years old, who had lost her hair to leukemia. So to support what she was going through, I shaved my head. So that's what I did. But this is like a, hey, I rid myself of some vibes that needed to go around me, and I had to rid myself of the vibes that were attached to me from it. Fresh growth, fresh start, you know? That's me. Fresh it up, fresh it up. Oh, that's really impressive. Well, thank you. Thank you. So guys, look, like I do, I'm out here spreading some love and awareness to all of you guys to empower you for your week. I want you guys to set that high vibe. Know that you are absolutely powerful. You can do everything and anything that you put your mind to, because your thoughts are producing themselves. I love your ways. Well, thank you. I love you too. You can follow me, you can check out my YouTube. I got all kinds of platforms. Actually, on YouTube, I've read my books. So if you want to really know who I am and my journey as a light worker and empath, go check out my YouTube. Actually, here, I'll show you my first book. This is my first time coming on your live. Well, you know what? I'm really glad to have you. And this is me. This is my first book. So you can see my name on there. You can go and look me up. All different platforms. My job on the planet right now is to raise the awareness and spread as much love on the planet as humanly possible. That's what my highest priority is every waking moment of every day at this point. And there's nothing of higher priority. So, guys, empower yourselves today. Know that you can have everything and anything that you want. So, the things that you don't like to feel, you don't need to feel them. Really. What do I mean by that? Well, if there's past stuff that you're hanging on to, just to have some kind of feeling within yourselves, listen, you're creating the effects of that in your body chemically. You're running your body down by hanging on to the past. Do you know that, look, I want you guys to visualize it like this. If you're holding onto a rope, okay? Well, and it's tug of war. Well, sometimes hanging onto that rope is going to cause more damage to your hands than if you just let it go. So I encourage you all to do that today. Let things go. How do you intend to spread it? Hope you are not going against God. I could never. The Most High is what fuels me and has made everything possible for me, no matter what. When you've beat death as many times as I have, you know that the Almighty is powering and fueling you and making everything in your life possible. And I am a vessel for the infinite, unconditional love that fuels me from the Prime Creator. Literally. And that's why I have to share it. I have to. It doesn't matter the ridicule that comes at me. It doesn't matter what people say or their own belief systems. I have to push past that. And I have to spread the word. And the word is love. Everybody has to be understanding that they are love in human form. They really are. And that's what fuels the whole experience. And that is actually what the creative energy that has fueled everything. There's nothing that is exempt from that. Wow, God, real sister, you're doing an incredible job now. You know what? I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. And I appreciate that. And I know that I'm loved for doing it, no matter what I'm faced against. Because there is going to be a lot. But that's okay, because when people understand that I've walked in the belly of the beast all my life to find the love and light that fuels me and to bring me back to the Prime Creator, nothing can rip me away from that ever again in life. There's nothing. I am a loyal, obedient vessel of the Most High. I understand my role now more than I ever have in this life. So that is what I will be from every waking moment until every day that I rest my eyes. Can I ask you a question? For sure, ask me a question. No problem. It'll be helpful. I'm on another platform as well, so all the questions would be really great. So what would you like to ask me? Guys, don't mind. I'm just waiting for a question. Somebody would like to ask me a question, so I'm just waiting to see what the question is. Do you work for Gamer Gunk Inc.? I don't even know what that is. If you said uh, you said you being too kind, pit of hell. I'm just asking, were you dead sometimes? Actually, I died in intensive care. I had organ failure, heart, liver, kidneys, 16 hours to live, total septic shock. I believe I died that day because I dwindled for 10 years of more life with the Most High. I promised that if I was given 10 more years of life, that I would change my life and change the lives of everybody that I came in contact with. That I would be, um, that I would be the vessel that I needed to be in this world. But I only had my real spiritual awakening 4 years ago. So I lived 9 years of my 10-year granted allotted time before I was spiritually awakened. And once I was spiritually awakened, the things that I have been able to do since then, again, where others would deem it as humanly impossible. But no, because I'm possible, anything is possible. I know that factually now. But yeah, I've had to face death 7 times in my life to be who I am today. So it's, I've died many times. That's how I see it. Because every time I was faced with death, there was a part of me that died. But my intensive care visit, being in the, no, that I really died. Yeah, 7 times in 10 years. Yeah. But now I've mastered myself to the point where I've healed myself. So even a year and a half ago, I had another heart attack because of the situation I had accepted for myself. Even after everything I'd lived, and I had to pull myself out of it, which I did, by the strength and the power of the Most High. That's exactly how I do everything. Everything. I don't have this kind of force for no reason. It's granted by the Prime Creator and the Most High, who governs and sees and knows all and everything. There's nothing that can be hidden. And whether it's good or evil, it is all one. I pray for more grace to you in Jesus' name. Thank you. Thank you. I welcome that and I receive that heartfully. And I appreciate that because I pray every day for everybody. And you know what? I'll pray for you as well. May God bless you. Really. Blessings in abundance from the Most High and everybody in this experience. Yes, amen, amen. Blessings in abundance. And we are so abundant just by breathing. We are so abundant that we should be grateful just even, amen, yea, from the Most High. Yes, for sure. We are abundant beings by just breathing in our experience again today. And we lack gratitude for that. And that's why, you know what, just being alive. Patty Penrose, Candies, thank you, thank you. But we do. We, you know, if we could just be grateful human beings just at being alive, it changes everything in our day. You know, grateful for everything, grateful for the people, the situations, the scenarios, the learning, the, you know, the love that we're fueled by, which makes everything possible. And all is forgiven. The big problem is that we as humans don't forgive ourselves. And we feel unworthy of forgiveness. But we have to forgive ourselves. And we have to love ourselves to truly find the Almighty within us. Because people are always seeking that outside of them. The world can live green if love is allowed, yes. But this is why the shift has to happen. I'm glad, yes, me too. Me too. Things are changing. But we have to be patient with it. We really do. And this is also too by the grace of the Almighty, patience. And I have never been a patient person. I want instant gratification. And I can be gratefully patient, knowing what will be for my children and my grandchildren. Because it's taken a lot of endurance and determination to get through everything that I've ever had to live. So now just to live gratefully and patiently, it takes so much weight off the heart. It really, really, really does. And that's my insistence for everybody to understand, that they don't have to suffer. Suffering is a mere choice at this point. It really is. By the way we look at things and the way that we overthink things, and we don't have the faith in things that we should, and we don't have the motivation or inspiration to make things better if they don't feel right. And we all have the power to do that, and we're all worth it. We really are. We are so worth it. But just people don't believe they're worth it, according to what they've had to live, or the things that they've had to do in survival mode. Well, I know what survival mode is. I lived it all my life before getting it right. Suffering is inflicted on us by yes, it is. It is. And that's why, with the shift, new leaders have to be put in place who are going to govern out of love for the people, not trying to feed an energy harvest off the people and keep them shackled to a lowered vibrational way of living and the suffering and the everything. No, people need to raise up their vibrations and know that everything is possible by the power that's fueling them for the experience, that they don't need to stay shackled. Theo, hey Theo, it's your birthday today. Happy birthday. Yeah, I know. I put a post on your page. I put a post. You're out here, Theo? Tap that screen for me, Theo. Get these likes up here. I know you're out there, buddy. So just tap that screen away from me. Get some likes up here. Happy birthday. I send you so much love and blessings. Happy birthday. But I wrote you a post on your page on Facebook. Okay? So it's filled, my wishes come to you with loads of love. Hey, loads of magic and loads of best wishes. Because you really are awesome. You really are. That's why every time I see you out here, I say hi to you, you know. Yeah. Happy birthday. That's amazing. So guys, it makes me feel good to know that it makes a difference to people for my lives and stuff. And lately, a lot of people happy at Theo's Shave. Happy birthday, Theo. I pray for a healthy Thanksgiving. Oh, thank you. There you go, Theo. Guys, a lot of people have told me recently that what I do really has an impact. And that maybe a lot of people don't tell me about it. But yes, that I've had a huge impact in many, many people's lives with just coming out and sharing knowledge and inspiring people. Well, that means the world to me. And there's no more better payment than getting news like that. And you know what? I'm forever grateful for being able to assist everybody in getting things right or feeling better about themselves. I know what it feels like not to feel good. I really do. And I wouldn't want anybody to feel like that. So, for the first time here, I'm inspired. Well, you know what? I'm really grateful that you're here. And that's my goal, is to inspire people and motivate people and make them feel better, because you know what? There's not enough people out here trying to make the world feel better. And if we all had those intentions, oh, we would all feel better so much quicker. And we've been made to believe that we have to suffer in silence too, and that you should feel shameful or blameful about the things that you're feeling. And no, the best thing to do is to talk up about it. You know, my grandmother Jesus Christ also never expect praise. Just keep doing good, man. You know what? That's it. I don't expect praise. Because my big win for it all is to stay in this experience lovingly and gratefully. And I couldn't ask for more. That's how grateful I am for my life. You know, guys, I'm really grateful to hear all of the feedback that I have over the past couple of days. And it has been huge. The feedback has been huge. Everybody that tells me also, they say, Tobi, I know you may not realize it because of the things that you say on the live, but you are changing people's lives. I know you changed my life, and I've heard that exact thing from numerous people. Guys, I'm not looking for credit in it. What I'm looking for is for you guys to feel great about yourselves. Because it doesn't matter what you've lived. You can genuinely feel great again. You really can. But it's a choice, and you got to take that on for yourself. Because nobody can be accountable for that other than you. And I really don't want you guys to feel anything but feeling great and feeling capable and feeling amazing and feeling motivated and determined to get anything that you want out of your experience. It's your experience. You're given free will. If we were not forgiven for the choices that we have made in our life, you would not be given the free will to govern your experience the way you want. Patty Penrose, thank you for everything you do. You are very helpful and inspiring. Yeah, you know what? I really appreciate that. But I really hope it's felt. That's my true intention of it. My true intention is really to make as many people feel worthy of the love that they have within their own beings, and let that work for them, and be grateful to be in this experience. Ma'am, I want to ask you another question. For sure. By all means, please. I welcome the questions. I love it. I love the questions. I really do. So guys, until the question pops up, really understand it's just a choice of believing that you're worth it. And you are. Because if you weren't, you wouldn't be here. Seriously. And we all make a difference. And we're all different because of the uniqueness that we each and every one of us bring. This is why the collective is so important. We're all connected. We're all fueled by the same thing. And we are all right now on earth are living the same experience. But how each and every one of us are governing ourselves through it is where we all have to get on the same page collectively, lovingly, gratefully. And that's when we'll feel the biggest shifts of the whole planet, is when we can really embrace the love that's fueling us and pump it out. And that's not to say that you can't love the duality of the experience, because you must. Simple. I'm just waiting for a question, you guys. And I'm grateful for these questions. I'm so grateful for them. So what are your challenges? Because what you're doing is so good, and a lot of antagonism. What are my challenges? Um, my challenges have been many, many trying to silence me. And because of who I am, and because of the endurance of what I've had to live, well, I have to use what I have available to me to do what I'm doing, which is the internet, my phone, and my computer. And just get out there and try to spread as much love and light as humanly possible. I've written 9 books for human change. For I've written 4 for self-improvement. I've written 2 for children, and I've written 1 for parents. But it seems like nobody knows about them, or they're just not interested in change. So I try to flood everybody with the knowledge. So what I did is I read my books and I put them out on YouTube, because I'm not in it to make money. I'm in it to fuel as many people for constructive change as possible. But I'm limited. Why? Because I am in a place where finances are limited, people are limited to resources. Financially, I myself am limited to accessibility to other things, but I use what I can. So my challenge, my biggest challenge, is to accept and gratefully allow deaf ears to remain deaf ears. That's my biggest challenge that I face every day. Because my passion for wanting people to be okay, no matter what they're living, is greater than I could ever explain. I was not okay all my life. Well, I had to make it happen. And since I've been able to, I want everybody in the world that has felt the way I did to be okay. Because the things that I've had to endure, nobody should have had to endure in life. And for me to be able to turn my life around and change everything, I know it's possible for any living human. So my biggest challenge is when people choose not to be okay, and they choose suffering, because it's a choice. And it really breaks my heart when I see anybody choosing to suffer. So that's my biggest challenge, is allowing people to have the free will of the choice that they make for themselves. Yeah. And that's really pretty much my biggest and only challenge, is being okay with it. Wow, awesome. Well, thank you. But that's heartfully, I speak from the heart, and really that is my biggest challenge, is allowing people to stay stuck in suffering. And I know what that feels like, to not feel worth it. I didn't feel worth it. I didn't even feel worth it when I resurrected from the dead. Seriously. Even after dwindling for more time and begging to stay in this life, I didn't feel worthy of it. I was asking, why me? Why are you granting me this life and not somebody else more deserving of it? You see, like, I went through years of struggling, years of not even feeling deserving and worthy of breathing the air that I was breathing. I felt like somebody else was more deserving. So for me to be able to take that and totally transmute that and alchemize that into something worthy and deserving, everybody on the planet can do it. Everybody. You know, and we all get stuck believing, oh, well, it's our life circumstances, or we weren't handed the best cards to play our game of life with. And no, we're handed exactly what we need to become who we need to be. And we really shouldn't be questioning that or shaming it or blaming it, because everything in my life has made me who I am. I don't regret not one breath of it. I really don't. Does it mean your ways of life in the past were not like what you just choose now? You know what? I'll tell you about my past. So, guys on Facebook, I know that you've read my books, but I'm going to address this. Okay? I was born into family dynamics where there was extreme alcoholism, extreme drug abuse, extreme physical abuse. Um, one would say anybody being born into that or having to live that would never survive that or have a chance to be a good person. So I had to walk the dark all my life, not knowing anything else. So that forced me to later on create the same lifestyle that I was raised in because the patterns repeat. So when I had my daughter at a young age, at 19, I realized, whoa, there is no way that I can allow my daughter to live any of this. How do I change it? Well, from that moment until now, I have been on a spiritual journey of getting it right and mastering myself ever since. Well, life and the inability of coping skills and not having anybody inspiring or meaningful to guide me forced me into the streets where I was loved and accepted and approved. But even that, I knew in my heart wasn't right. So, even living what I lived growing up, I knew it wasn't right. It didn't matter what I was living. You know it in your heart. The discernment of your heart, what's right and what's wrong. Well, I couldn't allow that to leak down to my kids. So I've done every single thing possible to rewrite the DNA, the genetics, the blueprint of what was handed down. I have overcome drug addiction. I have overcome alcoholism. I have overcome death 7 times. I have pumped 9 books out to the world for change. But yes, before I could be genuinely somebody who followed the discernment of my heart at all costs, well, yeah, suffering was my most comfortable chaos until I could get it right. And this is why I firmly believe that no matter what somebody has lived, that they can get it right too. And they can love themselves no matter what. And no matter how they were unloved in this world, they can still find that magnificent love within their own being. See, that's, until my spiritual awakening 4 years ago, I never felt love or loved on the planet until I really understood what the infinite, unconditional love really is. From that moment, I have been on a journey of spreading as much possible awareness about the love that is actually fueling us as humanly possible. Because without ever having had felt it for myself, after a 30-year journey of, actually not even, it was 26 years of a spiritual journey trying to find myself, to reconnect to source, to actually feel the love that was fueling me, to now, this is my life. There is nothing more important to me than to pump as much love out here as humanly possible. Every single day. No matter what. Wow, ma'am, I must say that you're really, really strong. You know what? We all are. But we have to find that within ourselves. It's a choice. I've wanted to cave and give up many, many times. I have. I can own that. But no. Life experience is not about giving up. It's about learning as much as you possibly can and pushing past everything that you've ever thought you were limited by. And embracing the true love that's fueling you and the true power of your essence that makes everything possible. We're creators. We're made in the image of. So we create. We are genuine divine creators. Now, whether we honor that and respect that, well, that's a different story. So that's why I try to fuel everybody to get realigned with that. Because everything is possible within that. All the time. No matter what. I'm living proof of it. What I like to say, because Tobi means, my name means God is good. That's what the meaning of my name means. It means God is good. Wow. I'm living, walking, talking, breathing proof that there is a God of the highest. What, are you Nigerian? No, I'm Canadian. But I like to call myself universal. I like to call myself universal. Because I'm one with all and everything. Yeah. So I'm universal. Yeah. Okay, so guys, I've been out here for an hour. I'm going to wrap it up. I love you all. Have a great day. Set that high vibe. Make the magic happen in your life. Why? Because you are a magician. You can make anything happen, no matter what it is. Get the most out of your experience all the time. Why? Because you matter the most. Tobi is a Nigerian name from one of the Nigerian ethnic groups. Oh yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Where I found it was from the origins of Hebrew names. Yeah. The Yorubas. Oh yeah, I'm gonna, you know what? Thank you for that. See, I'm always, you know what? I'm gonna actually take a screenshot. There we go. Screenshot that because I am gonna look that up for more knowledge. Thank you for that. I appreciate, you see, I'm one that loves to learn. It's like I've become a professional student of life. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So, Fortune and Plain. So much love to you. I really appreciate all the interactions on the live today. I really, really do. I am grateful for you. I am grateful for your inspiration and motivation also my way. In full, Oluwa Tobi means God is good. Oh, wow. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. I appreciate you. Well, I try to be good within my being for everybody else too. Or God is great. Thank you. Well, I'm living proof. I am living, walking, talking proof. Yeah. Guys, I love you all. Have a magnificent day. Set a high vibe. And tonight, Canadian Eastern Standard Time, I am going to come out tonight and read my third book, Wised and Rising. So it'll be posted to my YouTube channel later on tonight. I'm going to start reading my third book, Wise Up to Rise Up, on a Facebook Live. And yeah, guys, I hope to see you out. I'm from eastern part of Nigeria, the Igbos. Oh, amazing. You know, I know a lot of Nigerians, you know. They're amazing. I get along with every culture. I really do because I just love them all. I love the different cultures and the different ways. And I try to learn as much as possible about everything and everybody. Because we're all here on the planet together. And it's amazing the different cultures and different ways of doing things, and what are the traditions behind it, and what are the real reasoning behind it. And yeah, I really love that. So guys, have an amazing day. I love you all. I'll see you out here later on. And yeah, tonight I'll be out reading my book. I love you all. Have a great day. Peace.